Hello everybody, welcome back to Duchy. I've refreshed my list of ongoing achievements on the right hand side there. And we have 2 crowns available to take something all the way down here. We've done all this, all this, all this, all of that, all of this. So No Mercy would be next, but we're not going to go to hard mode yet, so we won't worry about that just now. Right, there's not too much left. Let's take a thieves' hideout and the supply line. And then up there we get to the raider colony. Can't remember what that one is yet, but hey, that's fine. That's not the button I need. That's the button I need. Right, so we are not going up to extreme yet. We have one with everybody on hard and on normal, not on easy because I don't need that right now. There's also the trials that we will get to, and I'm really excited about it. But maybe we'll do that as a refresher between doing Extreme and Nightmares later on. So, hard. And where are we going to go? It's a great question. We just did Republic. I think we just did Duchy, so we'll do the order today. I'm trying to rotate through them reasonably equally. So, we get the crack. Faith 1, end of round, gain 1 for each square in the smallest connected area. Holy Crusade for expeditions, Church Faith 3, Crusader Outpost, Garrison 10, gain 25 for each different type of terrain. Let's go, and we will try and keep our objectives in mind as we do. None of this really cares about any particular kind of thing. This wants wheat more, this wants wheat and wood, these just want golden faith. So let's go to a place where we can get more wheat to start. Let's take double starting faith, as I'm a big fan of, and we'll head on out. As ever, Wanting Tetris is here for the early additional resources. Right, adjacent terrains. If I stick that there, well, I want to build up this wall for the Tetris, so I'm actually going to do is stick this here, and then flip that over to go in there. That gets most value we can possibly get out of that. Oh, the crack. I forgot about the crack. I always forget about the crack. Let's stick that there, and that there, and then the crack can go on top, connected to all of this. Then down here, we can set that down, take our Tetris, get all that extra wheat and wood for the multi-line bonuses. That keeps this area contiguous. Then we just have these pieces left. Can I get all of them to touch all of this? Yes. I definitely want to play this church, though, for sure. So let's play the church over here. Let's play this here. And that there. When making my selection, I totally forgot that it's important to try and take a one-sided area type for the crack. These are the things that I forget until I do it once, and then I'm okay for the rest of the run, I hope. Reduce building card upgrade costs by 10% is solid early. Are we going to be okay with our garrison and our military? I think we are going to be okay with that for a while. We also need 5 river tile cards. But just give me the treadmill cane for now. I'll be fine. Obtain a building card. Light units, heavy units, or just a generic military building card. This is ranged units. This is heavy units. We could take some light for the mix of unit types. I do like a river castle. And we haven't got many river runs to work lately. So we'll take a river castle. We'll see if we can get 5 river cards working. 70-30, 70-30. We can't upgrade anything just yet. So we can probably get 1 more religion. So we have 2 and this is +1 to 3, is it? Yeah. You need wood and gold. You need gold, you need wheat. You need wood and wheat. Let's just look up ahead. I probably then want to take this gold. So we'll do... Oh, this is peaceful. Never mind. I was so busy looking at the types of stuff. I wasn't looking at what was going on. Right. Here's a problem. I don't have 50 guys to add my castle. There's 5 of these. 5 times 4 is 16. 16 swords is going to be less than this, although we do have to get through the fight itself. I think we'll be fine. But then I should upgrade to another piece. Right. Let's start. Here. Now, I was going to put that in here, but if I can put their river castle in there and avoid it touching any rivers whatsoever, I'm totally fine with that. This Merc camp, I guess I can do this. I won't get the Tetris, but we'll be okay. That fills up that gap nicely. And this hits 2 area types, which is, of course, our preference. Alarm tower, garrison 13 plus 10s. Is that enemy military buildings? Yeah. I'm just trying to pre-consider where the crack is going to go. Because that is, of course, very important. I think this can go in here quite comfortably. Although that's the 3rd one, right? That is the 3rd one, so we don't have to play it. Alright. Are we going to get another long piece? We are going to get another long piece. Amazing. So, you go in there. This here is fine. We only get 3 lines out of this, but that's still pretty good. We're getting a decent chunk of gold. I should go and consider changing the game's base speed at this point, I think. I'll do that in the menu after this fight. So, arrows take out axes really nicely, then axes take out swords. So, let's have the axes take out their swords, and then my arrows take out their axes. Lovely. And the faith doing its work on getting extra resources. Chapel. If adjacent to any other building, gain 1. Lose this, and this, then recruit that. I don't like the idea of losing my own resources to pay for this. Like, it makes sense when it's an enemy building, but when it's my building, I feel like I should be stealing stuff from enemies, not losing my own. But maybe 3 is, like, really efficient, because if this was stood upright, it would have, like, 60 possible gains, which does feel like a lot in retrospect. Obviously, it's less good later when there's more buildings and wasteland comes into play, but right now maybe it is the choice. Right, let me go options. Graphics, audio, controls, auto speed up. Yes. Speed up multiplier. Let's do 4 and see how that goes. Alright. Got wood, because I do. And then that wood is going to become probably a bunch of gold. Yeah. 250 wood for 400 gold. And hostile, peaceful, peaceful, so double hostile just makes sense. Right, we definitely want to do this. Do I want to do that as well? Great question. Probably. We do have... Well, we don't have rivers today. Alright, well, with 100 left, there's not much else I can spend them on. We could do one thing to gain a supply line. It's going to give us a lot of Crusaders, but it's going to take out, like, so much of our other stuff. Feels like it hurts. I guess unless we go into encounters with basically nothing. If we can engineer going in with effectively nothing, then there's less stuff to lose. 200 wood and 100 gold discounts everything, which makes us more efficient in our purchases. With 160 wheat cost, we can either take this or this, and not anything else. I'll do this. The extra faith is nice, and doubling our unit gains is pretty big. Yeah, now we need too much wheat to make that work. So we are going to take the supply line in. It's just going to be an interesting time to see how much it hurts us. They've got a merc camp, a barracks, and a siege camp. Fine. There is a teeny tiny forest in play. That can very simply go here. I wish I could play the crack first. You know it. I do this. Then that can go there. Wow, that's fast. Then this can go here. That tucks in there. Recruit 2 for every 20 earned this round. I don't know if I'm going to earn very much this round, I'll be honest. Need a long piece somewhere. There's one coming right up, in fact. Do I play this barracks now? We don't have any gold gaining stuff. There's no rivers on the board. None of our units gain gold, so I guess I'm okay playing this now. This loses us gold. Get the Tetris. This doesn't touch this at the moment, so can I make it do so? Is a fantastic question. It's going to be a lot of building. If that went there, I could then hook it over. We are not playing that, ever. Right, that goes... Excuse you. That can definitely go there, can't it? There it is. Church, I don't want in this space. This... That can go there comfortably, stitches this together, which is just what I wanted. Okay, 42 units on a perfect double line is not bad. If we could increase that extra by upgrading it, that would be even more interesting to me. What are we doing here? Great question. All swords. Swords get beaten by axes. We only have a teeny tiny number of axes. The rest of it is archers, so we don't really have any better way to do this than just drive those arrows into the swords and take the loss. Still, 100 guys is huge. And then the faith uplift for an extra 50. I do like a prison. But I think right now I'm just going to take Optimizer because we don't have room for lots of extra buildings. I was hoping to get rivers off the ground, but so far no good. Just the river castle. Which we will of course bring in now. This upgrades with 15 faith to make our expeditions better. 100 and 100 or 160 and 160. We can do both, I think. Alright, that's about as good as we're going to get here. Merc camp, horse stable, training camp, send to each allied aligned military building. Okay, so horse stable's easy, mercenary camp's easy. The rest we don't worry about. We are mostly forests. So, big forest for the crack. There's River Castle. And training camp is the one we don't want to play. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick River Castle on the right hand side. Hold that guy. Put this down here. And stick the horse stable in the gap. It's a bad spot for a lot of stuff around here. This could go here, and then that river cuts in there quite nicely. Go with that. Then the supply lines. I'll stick it in here. This guy can touch river and that. This is going to go in here. And that can go in there. I just don't know if I want this upright or not, basically, is my decision. I'll do flat today. That's going over there. This river needs something to hook over. Ideally, at least. This is the one that I'm more happy playing. Crack has arrived. This can go here, and we can build the river up there. This here, I think, is okay. We lose it on one piece of supply line. I'm okay with that. You are here, very simply. This goes here. Yeah. Yeah. No. Can I do this perfectly? T-shape would go there, which blocks off this river piece from hooking in. So if I put this here, the T-shape has to go somewhere else. I could leave a gap. I don't like leaving gaps, but I could. If this place here, I have to make it touch the rest of the forest. I don't want to play that training camp at all. Can't play that there if I want the castle to get one for each river. I'll do this and this. Connects all that together. That can't go there. Could go here. It's a little awkward. If that went... that were here, that doesn't fit in the gap, so this has to go here. And I have immediately ruined many things. Can I get this to rotate all the way through here? I don't think I can. I can! Okay, we're not getting more lines, but we will get more soldiers. Thanks to that. Alright, not my cleanest top, but that's fine. Arrows and swords. Axes wipe out the swords almost perfectly. And then arrows, we want our own swords to take out their arrows, and then just grab the rest at the end. 130 extra guys. Feels pretty big. We lost 13 wheat and 5 extra lost wheat because of the thing. For every 80 you recruit, gain 1 faith. I think we have to do that right now. I want printing press, but I think we have to do this. Looking at the numbers of recruiting that we've been doing. Wood or gold. Shame it's not wheat, but it is what it is. 20 to do this. We can probably do that soon. Or I could spend... how much? 40 stone. 10 to 25. Well, we should look at getting extra slots for units first. Although we don't have any extra units, so maybe not. Wood or cash? We are going to need, I think, more cash than wood. I will spend to get extra. Upgrade a random level 2 card. Crack. Church. Treadmill crane. So those are the exact 3 that I have. So it will do one of those. I would prefer not the church, just because the church is the lowest cost upgrade. At the same time, if I could, I would consider upgrading the church, making something else level 2. But what is that going to be? Optimizer? Oh, Optimizer's level 2. This is 2, this is 2, this is 2, this is 2. So I'm going to... Oh, you're telling me I can't do expeditions right now? That's so annoying. I would expedition to upgrade the church to mean that I only have other more expensive level 2 upgrades to upgrade that for here. Well, we got Optimizer, so it wasn't the church, which is the one I wanted to avoid. So, we don't have another open slot right now. So there's no need for us to necessarily do that right now. We could take more religion. Probably twice if it's 200, 250. Do I want more religion right now? It's extra resources for everything is the thing. So we will. We have rivers. Just the supply line stealing our wheat is rough. But hey, our Crusaders are big. Recruit 12 for each adjacent military building, plains, and turn forests into plains. Alright. Let's do it, wall. You and me. Turn each adjacent forest into a plain and recruit 4 for each. I want the river probably building just up the right-hand side would be nice. Let's put that there. Then this can go in between these two. That can go on the left. Adjacent plains or fields. If I throw this in here, it gets even more on Crusader Outpost. I'm worried about the strength and versatility of my crack, though we could just go forests up from here. Adjacent plains gain, adjacent military building gain. I guess I'm doing this one over here. Then this is going up on the riverside. Where am I going to put this is a fantastic question. I think I'm going to put this down here. That down there. Oh, I would really, really like that to be higher for my crack. If I do this, God, I want to put the crack here, but I can't yet. I need that river there. So am I going to put this here? If I put that there, the river can't go down there. No. This is grim, gang. This is grim. I guess this is going here. Then this river can go there. Then crack is going on the left, with forest next to it. Then we've got river, river, church, This has to go here if I am to keep this in one contiguous zone. Supply line can go here. River can go on top of that. Gets more swords. Then we're spent. It's pretty good. This hurt a little, but not terribly. We have all 3 units, they have all 3 units. So 15 axes takes out 17 swords, leaves just a tiny, tiny number of those. 20 swords takes out 17 archers, leaving not very many. Then hoover up our archers, take out their axes, and finish. We lose 2. It's fine. We actually got wheat that time. That's nice. Range 2, recruit 10 for each production building in range. I'm just going to take the wheelbarrow because I don't care that much about trying to line up production buildings, given that we just have none of them, apart from maybe crack, but I don't want this that close to crack generally. What are we leaving behind? Great question. Probably forest. I'm going to upgrade that. Leave forest behind, take the rivers. Noble card, card on planes, card that produces food. Give me a card that produces food, please. We have no fields. This counts as river. That's nice. For our blokey river castle. This gains 12 for each connected river except the first 12. So we need big rivers for this. This gives us more river. Each square gains for this is 4, 8, 12, 16. Or 8, 16, 12, 36. Or 12, 48, I think. So I'm going to go fishery. It's nice and small as well. And then a 45% river will hopefully do a lot for us. I don't have 200 to unlock that. Let's take out the... Great question. I wish I had other ways to get units that wasn't necessarily this supply line. Because I want the food quite badly to upgrade other stuff. We also need stone, but we're not getting very much of that yet. Getting 18 for connected rivers. Getting 25 for connected rivers. Alright, I really want to take that in with us. This is going to do big work in a level that is 8 river tiles. I'm a little dubious, but we'll have to make it work. I'm never going to get to... Could I get to 200 wheat, 200 wood from excursions? The wheat and the wood are the biggest ones. I could do 3. I get a minimum of 90 wheat, 90 wood. I probably could. That lets us upgrade the river castle to 2 swords apiece, which on this particular board seems very big for us. We can also upgrade the church. There's a pleasant bonus with this stone. Is there anything better to upgrade? Absolutely not. Alright. Hopefully we don't get absolutely stomped here, and we can progress with a bunch of extra food and stuff. Send 12 to each building adjacent to the connected river. How about no? Old Tower. Recruit 7 for each mountain piece in range of range 2. Let's stick this church here. I mean, I could just not play this for a while. I'll stick this here. Will I? If I put this here. No, that doesn't work either. I was going to lay this flat on top, but this is only a one tile thing, so it leaves a gap that I don't want. Alright. Stick this here. Put the church in that gap. Put this over that as a top hat. This joins the river group. Then that can go. Stick the old tower down here. The fishery can go there. That can cap this off. There's the river castle. These are really unfortunate shapes together. There is one more military building left. I think this just makes most sense here. River castle here is nice. I think do here or here. If I did this, would this be the craziest thing in the world? That river could go there, this stone could go here, then we just need lots of long pieces. That could go in there. This can go up here. Outpost recruit for each adjacent mountain piece. Alright, so this goes in here. Except, I definitely don't want to play this outpost if I don't have to, but I might have to hold the crack until we get a better moment to place it. Is that going to go there? I don't love it. Oh, God. I dislike so many things right now. Alright, that's going to go there. This is going to come in here. This is going to come down here. We hold the crack until we are river ready, which is going to have to be up this side. God, this piece sucks. If this were in here, I can do nothing with that gap. This has to be river. Just does. Oh, I hate it so much. You go there out of the way. You can go there. Sure. Connecting this river to here. Feels like the only piece that can, although that would fit in there nicely. So you know what? I'm going to do that. Hang this up here. That goes in there. This joins in there. No, you moron! Ah! No, wait, we haven't placed the crack yet. I was like, this is touching that. But no, we haven't placed the crack yet. We have to place the crack. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I can't make the crack touch all of this as one water source. I want to put that there. And then the crack. But I can't. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of this. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of that. Oh, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Because I also want all this river to touch the fishery for the grain gains. God, I'm so mad about it. Big sigh. I didn't even reserve anything of theirs. Axe, axe, sword, sword. My swords are good against arrows, which there are not any. Goody. My arrows are good against axes. My axes are good against swords. Alright. We're going to go... These become arrows. The arrows take out the axes at an advantage, and then the swords just go 1 for 1 with those. Ah, those last bits of RNG really hurt. When exploring a terrain, you have a 20% chance to get double resources. If adjacent to another building, gain 1. I just don't have more room for buildings right now. Light units, wood, military. I could go commandery, try and work out the faith. I could go river castle and really, really lean into the water of it all. Because there's lots of water left, which is good. What do we need? We've got tons of grain now. We've got absurd amounts of grain. This hostile region does not have much river, and that's a peaceful region. So if I want to do 2 hostiles, I have to go to the east. So I can't take this wood. So give me the stone. Quite comfortably. Religious building, food, or light units. We're not doing big religion right now. Give me barracks. Do we earn money in any reasonable way? Not really. Like, wheelbarrow is just about it. Give me an old tower then. I probably won't play it very much, but hey. Right, I need to reserve some for that eventually. We almost certainly do this to 3 though. Is there anything that's really, really higher priority? River Castle. Other River Castle can't afford. Lucky, Wheelbarrow, Buy the Sword. I would like to get this bigger in time, but we do that. We could do the other River Castle. And we can't afford this for cash. We can afford this for wheat, which will get us more cash. That is all of our upgrade options unless we do this, but I'm just going to save to get these slots open. Vantage points. Recruit 4 for each plane or field adjacent to connected mountain pieces. We should probably be able to deal with that quite handily. Do I need the fishery again? Or would I rather take the other river castle? Really working on one big river strats, aren't we? Let's start with non-river tiles going down. Alright, I'm gonna... Well, that river castle coming up immediately is interesting to me. 34? Like we kind of just have to stick it somewhere. This I would like to get in there, but not sure how I feel about doing this. But I've done it now. Recruit 4 for each plane or field adjacent to connected mountain pieces. Right now that's like 1. If I stick that in there... Oh wait, adjacent to connected mountain pieces. There are no connected mountain pieces. This is fine. So I'm going to stick you down there. Put you on top like a hat. Then this is going here. Here comes the crack. Pretty early crack as it goes. We'll stick stone in here. I'm going to stick this vantage point in this gap down here and just keep the river building upwards above it. This can go in here. Then we have to hold the crack. We just do. Throw that in there so that I can put that on top. That to the left. I might crack on this piece of stone. So that I can... Oh, I can't do that at all. I need to keep the river growing up, and this river castle's too big, it chokes out the river. Because then this will be connected to this and that, but I don't think this river castle connects through this river castle. It's a slightly fuzzy mechanic. Oh, I can do... Okay, I can do this. Or this. Yeah, this. And then that river castle. That's good. Okay. We got it. Church. If this is going to be on stone, which it is, then church here. No, church here. Long piece there. Then more river. If we connect river to this, the river is bigger, so it doesn't matter. Again, the river is bigger, it still doesn't matter. Alright. Not bad. Glad we managed to snake around this. They've got arrows. 78 swords can take out 68 arrows. And then for axes, my arrows can take out their axes and then pick up the rest. Nice. And 14 faith. So 5% per. So an extra 140. If we can get to 20 faith, it just doubles our resource gains. Which would obviously be very big. Fluvial Guard. Send 8 to each building adjacent to the connected river. We finally have a river build going. Small river here. Big plains. Unlock Fluvial Guard. Do I want the old tower in? I can't afford it. I'm not going to worry about it. Holy Crusade at 25. Not you. I might sell you. Maybe. Every 80 you recruit, gain 1 faith. Every 65 gain 1 faith. Every 50 gain 1 faith. This is 3, 3, 3, 3. Not taking you out anymore. I might ditch this. But again, it's just 50 gold. We can worry about that if there's something very specific we want to upgrade for that. Yeah, we probably sell this and then leave stone behind afterwards. And we might sell this, but I'll hold on to it possibly for the final encounter. Though I don't know how that will pay with the bribery. 200 gold, 200 gold. Okay. Bastion, Garrison 34, Noble, recruit 4 for each adjacent plane. Rally point for planes. Mercenary Camp 33, range 3, recruit arrows for planes. That's going to be unpleasant. Because we want to keep the planes all together for crack. We will see how we do. This is fine. I'm happy enough putting this down on the board. This rally point. Recruit 5 for each adjacent plane. I'd like to put some of this river, put that down here, and then just put river on top of it. Basically, is my thought process. However, these 2 river cards are kind of too instilled in coming earlier. Send 8 to each building adjacent to the connected river. Alright, well this was my church next to the connected river. This can go down here. There's the crack already. I could put this here and then put the crack in that corner and just build up the rest of the plains above it in the river to the east. I don't mind that at all. Fluvial Guard. Send 8 to each building adjacent to connected river. I need to get the river out of this space quite badly. This would be a bad place for a Crusader outpost. But on reflection, I actually don't hate it because it keeps anything being gained from these guys. This can go over here. Except I'm going to play this down first. Where's the rest of these damn rivers, man? I want to put that watchtower just here. There's one more enemy building left. Double river castles before we've stretched this river out of this gap is really unpleasant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They need minimum 15. That's really, really unpleasant. I'm going to play this here. I need to join these two up, or perhaps, yeah, because this is the smaller one. I need to join those together. Okay, there's a river tile. God, I hate this so much. How do I get this river? I can do that and pull it up. So this river's going here. I don't think I can get both of these guys to touch the river. That I'm just not playing. Oh god. Where's the rest of the river pieces, damn it? I didn't think this through at all. There's one piece left. If it's river... It's not. God damn, dude. Maybe I should have counted my river pieces better. Okay, in which case... I need to get as much of this stuff touching this as possible. Well, that was really, really not pretty, was it? Right, they've got axes and arrows. These swords mostly take up those arrows. If these axes join those swords, we can take up those cleanly. Then our arrows take out their axes and pick up those at the end. Really, really not pretty, though. I should have realised how few river tiles there really were there. We, watermill, produce 4 for each connected river. We have a fishery, gain 25 for each connected river past the first 12. Give me blessing, that's a good way to get our health back up. Hopefully, if it's working. Trade resources or cards. Refill defenses or upgrade a card. I think we probably just refill our defenses here. Unless we have a bunch of really good level 2 cards. Treadmill. Wheelbarrow, Lucky Finds. Yeah, they are not incredible. Alright. If I unlock another thing, what do we take in with us? It's literally only a supply line, right? Oh, we could take in fishery. And we probably should, unless we really want to spend on upgrading like the other river castle or something. But in this board, the river castles are really big and hard to put down without giving your opponent extra gains. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 times 3 is 75-ish. Maybe it would be worth upgrading the other river castle. We need lots of wood, lots of wheat. I mean, we can get a lot of that, you know? So we still have 300 to unlock this if we really want to. That goes to 12. This goes to 2. We have good health. Do I really want to take the supply line in? I guess the supply line is kind of good here because the board is obnoxiously wide, right? In which case, I want to spend as many resources as I can before we go into that encounter, I think. Alright, let's do it. We want to build a big river. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the river castle in right here and start building the river around for assisting this. If I put that there, then this can slide in there. Fluvial Guard wants to touch the river for sure. I could do that there. Haven't really thought about where I'm putting the crack yet, let's be honest. This is probably going to be the other river castle eventually, I think. Supply line can safely go here. It will get some gains for sure. Gain for different types. I'd like you to be next to the river to get 8. But I would also like to get multiple types of things. Church doesn't need to be played right now. If I put this here, I'm trying to think about where I put the crack, you know? If I put that there, this can just go anywhere. This goes here, and then the crack's going to go on top of there in a second. You can go here. Doesn't join up with the rest of the river, though. Yeah, that's a problem. I guess this can go here, and the river castle can go just on top of it. That's fine. That can take that hook, or this hook. Church can go here. Crack goes in there next to that big section of plains. Random stone piece. That can go up there. That way. No, no. Please, thank you. That's really good. And this doesn't finish any lines. Neither does this, so it doesn't matter which one I play. Alright, we healed. That's good. We don't have any bonuses to unit type combinations, so we just do everything thrown together and see how it goes. 116, 164, 179, 218. We're okay. Right, we lost 1 wood out of all that. We have 0 wood. End of round, convert a random enemy group with less than your faith plus 20. Fine with this. Then we are leaving mountains behind. Okay, obtain that or that, then stone, wood. We probably need a wood depot, let's be real. So give me a technology card. Boost resources or any. Give me an any. When placing a religious building adjacent to a military building, it loses 20% of units. Move 2 river terrain pieces to the beginning of each round's deck. Gain 1 wheat for every 8 field explored. We don't have any field. Give me devotion. We've gotten more religious than I was expecting to this build. 400 wood, and then over to hostile region. Right, supply line, I would like you out, fishery in. Supply line's just out here stealing all my things. Probably should have done this first if I'm going to upgrade a lot more stuff. 200 wood, 100 stone. We only have 1 religious building, which is our church, which is not huge. I guess this is also religious, but we don't want to place that next to other buildings because of the contiguous zone effect. So we don't actually have that much to upgrade right now. So I'll do this. And we could do wheelbarrow for gold. Okay. 4 alarm towers. Each enemy military building aligned with it. Okay, that shouldn't be too difficult to plan around. Just stick them all in, like, a lower corner or something. Let's start... We only have to pay 3 of them. Alright, the fishery needs to be next to the river. This is just military buildings. Right, I'm going to go fishery right here. Stick that up long. And this river castle is touching that. This alarm tower needs to go at least this high. Crack incoming. Can I ever get the crack in here? It's an interesting question, for sure. This alarm tower could go here. It's It's kind of awkward, but it could. If it had to. I could put this here. It would send 20 to them. Or I could put it here and just try and continue to build around this. Which will be tricky, but not impossible. These upcoming wastelands do not seem ideal. We could hold the crack for a while. Yeah, we can hold the crack for a while. If I stick this here, I want the river castle. Well, I need the river to expand further out. River castle might end up touching that, which is unpleasant. I really don't know where crack's going to go. This can go here. And this river castle is going to go there. How much am I sending to this? 20. Fine. I commit. That is very nice, I think. How many buildings left? Still 2. Haven't seen the church yet. That's the fishery. That's their other alarm tower. Up here seems to make most sense to me. Oh, that's a lot of upcoming river. There's lots and lots of upcoming river. Oh, fluvial guard. That'll be nice. I could do this and commit to not getting these 2 rows, or I can get this row and probably commit to not getting either of those rows. So you know what? Commit to this. Then go square. Square. Oh, I cut off the crack. Yeah. Slightly unideal, I'll admit. Send 4 to buildings with a fluvial guard in a single round. Done. Do I have something about sending buildings to churches? When placing a religious building adjacent to a military building, it loses 20% of its units. No, but I can't do that to an alarm tower without being in the range of it. So, there's that. I can't finish this row with this guy. Yes, I can. Look at all that wheat. Alright, huge, huge numbers. Am I confused? They only have 2 alarm towers when I thought I would have had to have played at least 3? Didn't convert one, did I? Oh, I might have. End of round, convert a random enemy group with faith plus 20. My faith was 18 plus 20 and converted 37. Lovely. I didn't think I was going to get that. Okay, so they just have axes. To destroy axes, I just need archers. So I can send these archers to hoover up this, and this, and this, and this, and then attack those, and get the rest at the end. Should get a lot of Crusaders out of this. 247, almost doubled. Yeah, an extra 254. 500 gold, tons of wheat, no wood, though, is rough. Another fluvial guard. Start with 2 faith is not bad. How many more encounters do we have to get military cards before the finale? Is an interesting question. Obtain a technology card. Modified cards, get a technology card of any type. Modifies. I'm going to go printing press. Because there is an achievement for upgrading treadmill to 3 and printing press to 3. So maybe we can get both of those. Right, 3 more encounters. God, there's like nowhere for us to get wood that isn't excursions, which is a little scary. The 50% river here, though, is pretty good. I can spend 400 to unlock this. Training camps and stables should be an easy fight. Reliquary, devotion. Right. We've not taken a military building for ages, so I'm not going to unlock this yet. To which end, then, I don't think I need more base than that. Let's do a couple of those. In fact, let's spend down to... We're leaving us with 400. Tax evasion. Upgrade to level 3 the 2 cost-reducing tech cards in the same run. Alright, glad to have that done. What else do we want to do? Great question. Fanaticism up, I think, is huge. Reliquary up with that seems like it would be solid. We're at full health. We could upgrade the fluvial guard. Oh, I should have done that before I did a bunch of expeditions, although this probably discounted that a bunch, so that's why. Order of operations matters. Do I want to spend 140 wood on this? I'm not sure I do right now, given how limited our wood is. So we start with just Faith 7 out the gate, which is lovely. Let's throw that down there. I will stick that there. And then the Crusader outpost is going to go directly next door to it in a second. I think I might start with a long, lower river. That said, maybe I won't. Because protruding upwards gives us so much more contact than just these 4 to work with. In fact, hold that for a second. We can hold that for a while. Crusader outpost. Yes. Fishery needs to go next to a river. So I'm going to stick that there. Then this can go in here. Send 18 to each allied military building aligned with it. That can go there. might stick this here. We do have a horse stable to navigate in a second, though, which is always fun. A very simple river castle. This could go next to that. That'll be fine. Then that on there. Then this on that as well. I'm just thinking about where the crack's going to end up, as is so often one of my principal concerns. This will take units off of them. And get my own units, which is nice. Okay. Send 18 to each allied military building in range. We don't have to play any more allied military buildings. Right, I'm going to put this here. Put the crack on top of that. Then I would really like to see... Okay, so I would like that there first, if I could, but I can't. So this here is absolutely fine. We reserve that forever. This here is okay. Yes. This is the same water group for crack. Then we just have to rotate this through here. And that goes to there. That is humongous gains. Why do they all have a hard blue border around them right now? No idea. Just swords for the enemy. And those swords will be destroyed by axes. 8, 16, 33, 39. That will probably do it. And then just tour around everything else. Lovely. Look at how many guys we got out of that. Humongous. River squares against the border gain this. We don't have any royal cards. Don't care about an alarm tower right now, really. So river squares adjacent to the grid border gain more money when explored. Totally fine by me. Go for the one with more river, obviously. We lock ourselves out of a village, but there's a port which does just about the same thing. Also, we're on full health, so who cares? Right, I would like the other river castle to be fully upgraded, which means we're going to need a lot of stone. I'm not going to have ever time to upgrade Holy Crusade larger. Our discounts are already as big as they're going to get. Should I do this? I should, because we can take supply line into the finale. I don't want supply line this fight, but next fight, absolutely. I could increase my base faith. Do I think I need to? Probably not. So we're looking for some amount of stone. 210? Jeez. Right. River Castle to 3. What else can we upgrade? Supply line. Lose 1, recruit 4. Need more stone again. Fluvial guard. Fluvial guard again. We don't have that much wood. 105 stone. Right, that'll be big in the finale for sure. But for right now, a couple of prisons. We can get more than 60, for sure. So we could take out both of these prisons, I think. I think we have that technology. Just gonna scooch that in there. So that this guy sends 16 to each building adjacent to the connected river. How about no? The 2 river castles coming this early is a little scary. Like, we really have to get... Oh god, there's crack as well. Jeez. We have to keep this river growing upwards, for sure. I mean, I could put this here and hope that we fill this gap later. Or hook the river over. But it's very unpleasant. This prison can go to this river castle. We get more than 60 out of a river castle, right? I mean, it doesn't gain anything, so we just play it. Then crack is going to have to be the sacrifice this game, I think. Like, honestly, I need more river. I don't want to ever play this, but I'd rather play the other prison because I can wipe out the other prison. I don't think I can do this, but what I can do, if I play this and hold a prison in reserve instead, is... where are you going to go? Great question. Yeah? And that goes there. That goes there. Crack can go in here now. Can go there or there. Doesn't really matter to me, I think. I'll stick it right up high. Right, clearly I want that in this gap here. This could go here. There must be a lot of river left to come, right? I can go there or here. Let's do that there. I totally forgot that the square piece has to go before this piece, or this piece has to go before the square piece. Silly me. Fine, we're just going to have a gap. What goes in there? The church. We'll take units away from military buildings. So, just whack it there. That prison is not getting played. Alright, that prison has fallen. Fishery. Where am I going to put these guys? It's a great question. Good. That can go there. Fine. That can go there. Square piece does a shimmy. And we just make sure this is touching the rest of the river. Alright, we don't manage to convert anything because they're too large compared to our faith, but we did wipe out this prison. We didn't play the other prison. Axes get destroyed by archers. So these archers are going to go pick up small, 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 now small, now small. Attack the axes. $233 to spare. And we get huge faith gains. We have so much gold that we can roll for something interesting. Honestly, a blacksmith could be humongous. End of round, copy the resources or units of 2 random adjacent buildings. Just imagine if we could get that next to 2 functioning river castles. Refill defenses or upgrade a card, trade resources. Do I need a bunch of wood? Kinda. Show me ways to make wood. Right, 12 river tiles should be okay. We are putting the supply... no, we're going to put blacksmith in instead of supply line. Supply line still stands to be really good. So fishery comes out, supply line goes in. That just makes sense. Except we have to pay taxes. Honestly, church could come out then. And for upgrades, 100 Crusade, humongous. Right, we don't need guys for anything else. So we can just plunder to the end of days. Unless I want 1 faith, which I don't think I do. Alright, that's all the resources we're ever going to get. Blacksmith, 3 random buildings. If I can make that work, which sounds tricky, I'll be honest. God, we got so many resources. Part of me like, just upgrade everything to 3. It'll be fine. Yeah, that is everything at 3. So all the other resources are just spares. Apart from this is 8, obviously. Okay, let's go. Bribery, traps. We want a big river with 2 river castles and the blacksmith between. Would be humongous. Right. One side is river, one side is not. is how we're going to play this. These are terrible river tiles to start. Like, the shape of these is awful. Also, if I build like this, just while I think about it, I undo my chances to have colossal mega blacksmith. So I need to keep that in mind. Like, ideally, blacksmith goes right here. But can I build that efficiently for that long? Because we have gained no resources so far. Fluvial Guard can join part of this river. Thank God. Right, yeah, here's some problems. If I want the blacksmith there, right, to touch this guy, I need the other river castle to be there. Which feels rather implausible on reflection, you know? And with two pieces that are exactly the same right now, that's no fun. This is the fishery. That'll be good for getting our resources paid for bribes any second now, I think. Yep. Good. So much river. Blacksmith. You know what? You know what? Oh, no, the crack can't go next to the blacksmith because then it takes the one blacksmith tile as its, like, best thing, which is terrible. So... supply line wants to go on like a long route. Yeah, it's something. This river castle's just never going to show up, is it? There it is. Alright, I'm going to do this. I'm beyond worrying about that right now. Where's the crack going? Hadn't really thought that one through, have I? Right, cracks going there. River Castle is going there. Can I get that to connect to the rest? Not with these river tiles, I can't. I somehow don't think that's going to be a long-term concern, though. I'm so excited to see this blacksmith pop in a minute. Oh, so worth it. A 324 unit blacksmith was worth like the extra fines we paid to get here. So much. $552 spare units after. Blacksmith, incredible. Victorious. New high score, 76,000 points. Crushed it. Alright, we got 2 achievements. We will unlock those afterwards. For now, or at the start of next time. Thank you ever so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.